toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To throw, it's Underwood. Finds his man, it's Rogers. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
A quick timeout called by the kicking team here. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
They'll run it from the gun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hotter.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds. And then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Under fire. He's got it. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's talk for a second about NC State. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. And because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Going with the ground game left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. With the catch, it's James. Turning it on! They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback?
He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Fires to the big fella. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Got it, looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Quickly complete. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. And off to Jones. And a good, solid pickup for the defense. Cuts him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Makes the grab. It's James. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off to stop the threat. Trying to take it back.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know the defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Trying play action. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The running back has it. Fights off the defender. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, the power run here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. James Madison may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Harrisonburg every time. The Dukes have been racking up road wins since the Mickey Matthews days, and they got another one today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Finds his tight end. That defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And they'll mark the spot on this one just outside the 40-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Gets it out quickly. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Got his man. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing.
South Carolina, 21. NC State, 7.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on first down. On target to the left. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. There he goes. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside.
Brings into the open. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Makes the catch. It's James.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Complete to the right. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. The offense changing the play. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Barber. Dumps it to the back. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Handoff to the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Rodgers. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The inside handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, South Carolina! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana Monroe is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Sam Houston. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Barber. unloads it left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Back to pass on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. NC State quick to the line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He makes a catch. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive.
Black 24. Black 24.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Quarterback extends the play. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. We reach the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you've got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to...
Going for it all. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat.
Oh. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season. And it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season. And this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
And he makes the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Off the play fake. Dances away to buy time. It's complete on the right side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And that one's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. To the air, it's Underwood. Got it in the middle, it's Clark. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Gamecocks come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Finds his target down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job handing off to him and getting the 1st down, but with the scoreboard looking how it does, you've got to throw the ball. You've got to go hurry up. You've got to get plays run quickly, and you've got to throw it down the field to get back in this game.
Working that left side now. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. NC State now operating from the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And this is exactly the situation you... And as a defense, you got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw, and what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him, and then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David, no question about it. They're just putting a hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly, now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the 4th quarter.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Turning it on. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Snagged in the middle, it's Vaughn. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Free yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice move, creates some space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Man, it's go time for this defense now. I mean, you're down by a couple scores, and they're still making big plays. You've got to find a way to get a stop, create a turnover, switch the momentum to your side quickly.
Touchdown, Gamecock. once more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Rice fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by just 2 to Fresno State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Right down the middle. Finds space on the right. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. NC State going up tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe...
Snagged it inside the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Lets it fly. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, they're trying to hit the tight end on a corner throw downfield. Nice job defensively running with the big fella and knocking it away.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
If there's time to pad the stats. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.